Like, I wanted to do this video. And now YouTube community, you said as long as the language, you know, you can use a certain language as long as it's educational, so because what I'm about to say is what I want this video that I want to do. I want to tell you a story, but not just any old story. I want to tell you a motherfucking story. Now I know many of you may say, "Come on, man, with the language." No, 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 no. I don't mean it in the sense of being vulgar. I don't mean in the sense of saying like, you see some guy, you and your wife walking downtown, some guy holler at your wife, and you look at it and say, that motherfucker, like that. I don't mean like that. No. I'm going to tell you a motherfucking story. Now, the way I'm gonna dig into it is this. Because I want to get you, I'm gonna put you on the scene. Now, Frederick Douglass, if you recall, that he escaped from slavery. He escaped from down south. He was a very intelligent man, and so I guess he used his damn intelligence because he made his way up. Like, I think he made his way up somewhere around Maryland, and he became, like a oratory spokesman. He became an educator. He became so many different things in terms of a great leader of the the civil rights movement for slaves, for black people during the 19th century, which would be 1800s. So I'll dig into it. I'll grab my shovel and let's dig into it like this. Because I'll tell you, what he would do when he was up there, because he's a great spokesman, and to like, I guess the way he used his shovel to dig into people's minds, he would tell of his experience in slavery. Because he's up north. They weren't, even the whites really didn't know the true nature of what was going on. They just know that it existed, and they knew that they were bigots and racist, but that they weren't in the states that were, they were abolitionists, where people could come and be free. So what he would do, he would do speeches. And one of the ones when I dug into him a while back, when I was young, I read up on anybody that I just read up on, that was my thing. And one of the stories that stands out to me is that he said, now remember, I'm gonna get on my horse and ride to the story about those motherfuckers. But I gotta make a stop right here at this to put you on the scene. He said that one morning he was hiding behind a tree. He said that, imagine how he intrigued those folks. They was like, oh, damn, he's hiding behind a tree. Yeah, they're in the audience. But now imagine a long dirt road from the field house to the master slave house, from the slave quarters to the master's house. And he, it's a long dirt road because this was 1800s, dirt roads. And now across the street is a bunch of bushes. And on this side is a bunch of bushes. You got me? And now what he picked up on, he seen a slave. See, the slave didn't see him. He picked up on him, so he hid behind a tree. Because he seen him skipping down the road. Now he said, when he's behind the tree, what he knew had happened was that it was a slave, a particular slave, that had got like a promotion. He was going from a field house nigga, like Malcolm say, to becoming a house nigga. I don't know what he did, but at least he must have. I don't know what he did good to get that promotion. I guess he didn't get hung, or probably shit. You ain't never got whooped. You a good nigga. I don't know what could you do that was good. Maybe pick the most cotton or some shit. So Frederick Douglass said that he was hiding behind a tree. And he said, man, that nigga came skipping down the street like a rabbit. Happier than a fox in a hen house. He said he came down, whistling goddamn Dixie. And I remember that story because I'm trying to put you on the scene. That's why I'm telling it. I remember it because it stood out to me because you wouldn't get, if you don't really read it, you won't really get a sense of how the operations worked on a slave plantation. You can actually get a promotion. Like, shit, you doing so good, nigga. I'm gonna have you come in the house and shine my goddamn shoes. Boy, you keep picking enough cotton that you doing, have you come in the house, goddamn, clean my goddamn. Yeah, you can bring me in that goddamn house if you want. I'm gonna do more than shine your shoes. I'm gonna shine your wife's ass. But that's just me. but listen. So now that puts you on the scene. We back then. Let's go back then. Let's get on our horse and ride back there so we can see what's going on. So now, like I said, I'm gonna tell you a motherfucking story. Now, the way that a lot of slaves were produced was that the slave master would go in the slave quarters and get him one of them little pretty black girls. God damn, he had to have them. Still do today. And he would make, that's how, that's what happens in any conqueror takes over people. That's what they do. But the other way, and like I said, I'm going to tell you a motherfucking story. Now you have to imagine, the relationship between a boy and his mother. Like what they would do, they take a woman, they take a mother, and one of them fine oldest woman on the planet, and tell her to go by that, she got to go to the breeding shack. They got field slave quarters, but they also have a breeding shack, and they have her stand up and get out them goddamn clothes. Get out them clothes, woman. Get out. And she standing, humiliation. She take off all her clothes. And tell them, now you get in there. You get in there, girl. You get them legs up in the air. Shit. You see the Georgia peaches and Florida orange. In the land of cotton, the real land of cotton. Now, they'll go get her son. Some young 15, 14-year-old boy. And let me tell you something, man. To any of you men, or 14, 15-year-old boy or that's listening, or some man over 18 or so. Imagine when you were 14 and 15 years old. Now, you're in sophomore in high school, freshman in high school, or sophomore, and don't know shit about nothing in the world. And your nuts full of goddamn vanilla ice cream. Full up with. Some of you ain't never had sex. Full up with vanilla ice cream. Dragging the sand. And now, before I go on, let me tell you something. When I was around 14, 15, like my father was a well-off man. I came up with a silver spoon. Everybody in my neighborhood just said, hey, everything he wanted. But my mother would whoop my ass from here to South Carolina. She'll cut your ass just, what the fuck you smiling for? What did I ain't did. She'll cut your ass for nothing. Just for goddamn, she was a light-skinned woman with that kind of braided goddamn hair, and she was mean and adult himself. Everybody in my neighborhood said shit. Miss May wasn't nothing pretty, cuz. And one of the most beautiful, you see, like, God, everybody, my boys, man, stop talking about my mom and that shit. I'll marry your mama, boy. She's a beautiful woman, but she was mean and a rattlesnake that don't lost his rattles. And the reason I'm saying all that, not to bring up my mother, God bless her soul, is to say that the respect that you have for your mother. We was terrified of my mother. Shit, she get all the respect in the house. Shit, like when she said the street light used to come on and you had to be in the house by the street light, she might have been getting off from work. Yeah, cause your mama coming down the street, slow motion, like the 6 men, all us, me and my sister brothers, to get our ass in that house, cause we not fucking with her. But back to the story. So they'll make her strip her damn clothes off, and that little 14-year-old boy, 15-year-old boy, he be over there, some man thinking, what they say, hanging to his knees. And they call him over there, get out them clothes, boy. You get out of his clothes, son. Now, Imagine when you're 14, 15, and you ain't never had sex. Or when the first time you did have sex with a girl, shit. That girl could tell you, you'll go pick goddamn roses from across the you'll swim across the river to get her some damn roses. You ain't never had sex. So it's the first time that you have sex with your mama. So now you'll think, like, and I'm gonna tell you something, that's the breeding set. Like how you take a cow, a bull, you take a cow, put them in and take a bull, a young bull, and they'll take and stick a goddamn, what they call a prodding iron up that bull, because they're gonna make it. You're gonna get it. You get on top of that cow and you get it. And no. So you'll think that he's finna go in there and he crying, Mama, I don't wanna do this, Mama, I don't want. Oh, hell no. Ain't gonna be none of that shit. Because you gotta realize who he dealing with. Now, he may have one of his damn, what they call them, the damn, but he's standing right, he'll hang your ass. He'll hang you. Like I said, he might have been screwing your dad. Your goddamn sisters and your daddy and tried to escape, and I had to kill him. Now, you gonna get in there and get on top of your mama. You gonna goddamn get it. He ain't finna go in there and get on top of, I wanna do this shit. Now, remember, he's never had sex before. 14, 15 years old. You never heard the saying, shit, you can't come between two people fucking. So now the first day he get on top of her, is traumatized. The second day, third day, he just like when you're 14, 15 years old. And you don't got you some ass. Imagine the trauma and the psychological damage that's done to you because 3 months down the line, you ever seen like a nigga outside walking with the ugliest girl in the world walking with him? He was like, damn, why the fuck is he walking with her? He come outside? Because they don't live together. And once you don't live with somebody, you can give a damn about what other people think. You see some little skinny nigga, he got that big old ass woman and shit. They don't lay you down. There's a connection. A sexual bond when you don't lay with somebody. Now I'm gonna dig a little further and I'm gonna bring it back for you. I'm gonna bring it back. But I just had to go down to the deep parts of your mind and show the psychological damage in chattel slavery. None of that other shit. They gave them reparations. They killed 20 million. They killed them. Can you imagine that boy got to get up the next goddamn morning and go back around those other slave boys in that field? Now he's excluded. Now he has like a red stamp on his head because he gonna be excluded over there with them 3 other bulls. And he said, look at them motherfuckers. Look at them 4 motherfuckers over there. Them motherfuckers. Kids after picking cotton at the end of the day, they even in slavery, they was playing, and they playing and having fun, whatever, throwing rocks at each other, box or throw rocks, having fun. And then you come down, you ain't gonna come around me, motherfucker. Like Amos Wilson said, you may have think you escaped slavery, but you still using slave language. So how far have you gotten? They'll tell him, don't come around me. Shit, I ain't slept with my mama. My mama, they cook us greens and chitlins to mama. My mama being there cooking. I ain't sleep with my mama, motherfucker. Can you imagine? And then because that's it right there, because we come down here, we trying to make our way back to heaven. You can't get into heaven with none of that bullshit. You can't get up there. You're breaking the law of gender. When it comes to sexual, the way they relate to each other in and out the universe, it's all in order. And one of them, the law of vibration, you have to vibrate right. The law of relativity, you have to, the law of relativity, cause and effect. You come in here, you got to go back out. Polarity, you got opposite ends. Vibration, rhythm, the rhythm of it has to be at a certain 432 kZs or whatever, And then there's the law of gender. Boy can't go to boy. Girl can't go to girl. You can't sleep with your sister. Your brother, your brother can't come in your room and sleep with you. That's breaking the law of gender. And you damn sure can't go get on top of your mama. They were breaking universal laws. And you can't. You can break them. You know, like going to the hospital and you bleeding, they say, well, I think we got you. Yeah, shit, you might get by that day, but you damn sure ain't gonna get away from that goddamn graveyard. You ain't gonna get away. And so you break a universal law. So look the psychological damage that they've done to you without your consent, what they did to us. All that shit, giving them reparations, shit. Yeah, you might have been in fucking Russia and killed all the Chinese, killed the generation killer. They were killed. They were killed. You kill somebody, they not suffering. Imagine that boy when he got up the next morning. What would he do? Got to put his clothes on and I had to sleep with my mama. You know? And then other people look at it and get your ass from around me, motherfucker. Like that, you know? And I want to share that with you. And I hope it wasn't for some that it wasn't that my language was, because shit, if you live in this world, I hope that your skin is thick enough that you could take this video. But I didn't mean it to be repulsive. I just was explaining that when you do see some man speak at your wife and you use that word, that mother, you don't know the essence of the true meaning of it. You don't. But like Amos Wilson said, you're not too far removed from the slave quarters. You still use the same language. And then I did the video on Khalid Muhammad. You still wearing their clothes, speaking their language. You motherfucker, you go fry a potato. Go cut up some from a potato, put it in some grease. When it come out, you can say, shit, I got me some French fries. And you're not even fucking friends. You're still eating their food, speaking their language. You still have the mindset. So I hope this video has been entertaining, that you liked it. And I'd just like to say, thank you. You dirty motherfucker.